What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Comic Book Aficionados. I'm Mason AJ.
This is the GOAT.
And this is IBM.
And you were supposed to keep talking, but don't worry about it. It's all good. What this is the last episode of the year, pretty much. Our top 5 for each of us, so about 15 comics of the year. 2013 was awesome.
Some of them repeat because they were just amazing stories.
Good.
Yeah, I know.
But we put it down to each of our top 5s. These are 3 separate lists, and we're just counting down. And these are in order, by the way.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't put them out of order. That would just be weird.
Starting in at number 2, then going to number 5, back down to 1.
It was 2013 was a big year for comics. We would be remiss as the aficionados to not do an episode like this.
My number 5, I gotta go with Superior Foes of Spider-Man. It was hilarious. You got to saw things from the villain's point of view, especially the fact that the Shocker was there and he was looking like, it's not bad being a villain. You do a fight with a superhero, you get thrown in jail, and then you break out. The only thing that I have a problem with is the Punisher, because he doesn't follow any of the rules. He comes and he shoots you in front of your family, and then it's like, that's the end of your story. That's why you stay away from that guy.
Yeah. My number 5 is Thor, God of Thunder. I really love the book. I know you guys don't really have much love for it, but it's not...
He does. I was the one that was...
It's on my top 5.
I didn't like that one, but I do agree with you with one thing. How it's told is great.
Right. It also, to me, it's a new concept. You took the 3 Thors. You took past Thor when he was all young without the hammer. The Thor that we all know, Mjolnir, Havathi.
Of course.
And then you have, old Thor.
Father.
I'm over it, Thor.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm done. Bring me my beer.
I'm missing an arm because I battled so much Thor.
Yeah. And to see even to watch those 3 converse, where it was just like, wait a minute. So you're the All Father? You're him. I grow up to be my dad. Yes. You grow up to be a dad. Was I really this dumb when I was this young?
Yep. And then you're just looking like, yep. There was a point where he even asked him did you fly into the sun yet? Become a super god cop or this and that? And Thor was like, no, that never happened. It was like,
I can fly?
Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
My number 5 was actually Superbia. Superbia came in with a bang, and it was just a nice read. It read like Real Housewives of Metropolis or something like that, even though it doesn't deal with Superman.
But with powers.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. It's just inconsistent. I feel like I'm missing big gaps in the story, and I don't know from what, but it was just really a good read.
Grace Randolph, I love you so much.
I like the fact that they could call in Godzilla, because I keep forgetting that they're in the same universe as Godzilla, and one of their options were we could always just call in Godzilla to destroy them.
You know what?
Yes.
The one thing I like about it, because I'm a huge romantic. I love watching the love behind the scenes. You got to see the spouses of superheroes. You get to see, as you watch.
It focuses on the family more than the superheroes. I thought that was really cool.
My number 4, I gotta go with Superior Spider-Man. It hit all the marks. It broke the norm. Doc Ock killed Peter Parker, and that was it. It was said and done. And he didn't just kill him; he became a better hero than him.
My number 4 is all new X-Men. I love that series. Be sure to check out my one shot on why I love that series so much. It does. You know what? It's hard for me to say. And the reason why I say it's hard for me to say, I know I'm contradicting myself. I'm going back and forth, but it brings so many new elements to the X-Men, because X-Men is one team where I feel have done it all. They fought time, they fought gods, they fought the devil, they fought against racial discrimination. Like that. They fought against each other. They fought against X-Men from the future, from the past, from alternate timelines.
I always put them as my toughest squad in Marvel. Period.
I put them as one of the toughest squads in comic books. It's they're the squad that goes through everything.
And they get down when anytime.
So what's your number 3, IBM?
My number 3 is Thor: God of Thunder. Now,
that was your number 5.
Mason put it at, AJ Mason put it at number 5. I had to put it at number 3. Thor: God of Thunder was the God book that I was expecting. I felt like they finally wrote Thor the right way.
Yeah.
Thor came down and he was looking I do God stuff now. This is a threat to all of existence. But me being the hero god that I am, I have to face that threat. And then Gore was serious.
Yeah, the bad guy was serious.
Gore never took any hesitations or anything.
The storyline. Again, I didn't like the storyline. You guys liked it and everything. But it was the way it was told, and one of the things it did for me, I always felt like Thor never had growth as a character.
I was just about to say
Seeing young current and
And
old
old
Thor,
Thor.
you can see the growth flat out, and it was cool and it was quirky to see. I know you like the parts where they talk to each other. That was pretty good.
I think the whole thing is, as Thor fans, like me and I being my Thor fans, we sat there and watched them and we were just like, yes, you like Thor, you like what he does with the Avengers, but you're not really a fan of it. So this was the first book that I felt as a Thor fan that I really like put him.
Thor hasn't had
was
like
like-
a really awesome I'm this character for Marvel storylines since the
like-
80s. Since
yeah.
he fought Curse the first time or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
that was
really
the
what
last
he's doing.
one.
I still say when Thor had to fight against Ragnarok, like not the clone, the actual event of Ragnarok that was killing
All the gods.
All the gods.
It wasn't a huge.
That was a.
okay.
I'll accept that was okay, but nothing made me feel like the reason why Thor: God of Thunder is my number 3. Nothing. No one ever felt like a real threat to the gods like how Gore felt. Like
My number 3 is Superior Spider-Man. It's Superior Spider-Man.
I understand.
Spider-Man.
That was a strong book, man.
I love it so much. I hate to put it at number 3. Like it's because it does everything right.
Don't worry about it, because my number 3 is also superior.
All right.
We're right there.
Yeah,
That's
right
one
there.
of those books that end up on all 3 of our lists. Superior Spider-Man. You have to watch this year's run.
You gotta
Doc
check it out,
Ock as
man.
Captain America, as
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, has been amazing.
And he's just better at everything. Like, I was rooting for Peter Parker. Peter Parker's gonna come back, he's gonna beat Doc, and he's gonna take the place of
Look.
Spider-Man. But
I don't even think Peter Parker should be allowed to come back because he wouldn't know what to do.
Well, that was my thing. Is like they had it where he was in his brain and all this stuff. So they had it set up where they're obviously gonna
Peter's
bring it.
gonna-
This is so one of my when I on the awards thing, which you'll see on our wall, Comic Book Aficionados wall. The
course.
best single issue from this year was Superior Spider-Man number 9, where Doc Ock actually goes into his mind and gets into a fight with Peter Parker and clears him out. And that changes everything for me. My only issue is that the whole Superior Spider-Man thing, this being a new person, hasn't really bled into the other comic books. Like
Right.
everyone should notice that something is up, and it should change the
They
language.
hinted that with the Avengers coming in Spider-Man. You're acting wrong.
Which
but
is kind
But
of,
that was in their book.
That was in their
in that book.
and it's kind of starting to bleed into like the superior foes of Spider-Man, where like now his friends are starting to like.
But that's still under the Superior banner.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I'm
needs
talking
to-
about. I should
yeah.
be able to read the Avengers and have Wolverine and Spider-Man talk to each other.
And Wolverine
and
goes,
them
"Something is
Wolverine go like, this dude hasn't pulled a prank on me in a while. He's not as quick with the remarks. Hawkeye should be like, why am I the one making all the jokes? It used to be this.
Yeah.
guy. It's small things like that.
that they should just pick up on and be like, okay,
Yeah, it hasn't bled the way that it
something's up with
should
Peter.
into the rest of the universe, because that is a major damn event. It's not Peter Parker. It's not Peter Parker. If you read the other comic books, you would think it was still the same damn dude.
what's
other than the suit.
You know what's the sad part? I think it's because so many things are happening in Marvel now that they're just looking like
Maybe they're distracted.
yeah, they're looking like, oh, Peter, go to the side. Inhumans are being created, and
Thanos is showing
yeah,
up.
Thanos showed up.
So that was
we
our
had to
number
beat
3.
him down.
Right.
Yeah. So what is this, number 2?
Number two.
Number 2.
My number 2 is Saga.
Yes! I'm sorry.
It was just
What's your number 2?
Those sagas.
Saga was my number 2 for this year.
it was just all around captivating. If you just want like a good story to just pick up, just pick up Saga.
It's believable characters in this unbelievable world, but it's just told so genuine.
I'm gonna say this. Sagas is that one book where everybody, no matter who you are, where you come from, you read it and you follow it. I asked everybody, why do you love Sagas? And no one can tell me why. They just say it's so amazing with book. I happen to know. I know. For me, I'm a romantic. I love romance. I love characters. I love love. Mason J loves the fact that love is out there. It's a fact.
I just feel like what really got me into Sagas was the fact that I keep forgetting it's actually being told from the baby.
And like in the future,
Yeah,
so there's just,
and to
it
make
keeps
me
you
like
involved.
forget that, like, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting that like this is being told through the baby, like the baby.
This has happened.
Yeah.
So
I'm just looking like, man, because you get so immersed in the storybook. Like
she
there's
said
no way
something
that
like,
can
"This
happen.
is my first
Babysitter, and it was the red ghost.
Yeah,
and I want to go from. I want to see the other babies. Like I want to meet these
the
characters.
cut in half monkey chick with the intestines falling out. I'm looking like, well, that's your first.
Well, this is watch my child spirit walker or whatever. That was
I mean,
awesome.
she is still kind of an awesome babysitter. She's bound eternally to your child.
So,
like,
so
you know,
for all 3 of us, number 2 is Sagas.
Yes.
So it comes down
And
to
I think we have the same number 1, which should tell you something because we have very different tastes.
Yep.
And this is another thing.
Yep.
It's a semi-mainstream book. It is DC and there was even a damn video game for this book.
So you should.
We
already
did an
know.
earlier episode on it and everything, and I don't think we understood the impact that it would have at the time. But it came down to it being Injustice. Gods Among Us, the comic book, and then now they're calling it Injustice Year One.
Right.
It was that damn good.
I just like to point out the fact that Injustice is literally the downfall of Superman, but like in a realistic way. It was like, you know what? I got to put my humanity behind me, and I have to corral the whole world.
Rule these people. I have to rule these people.
And because that's just the right way to do things. They need guidance.
And it's partially good, partially bad. Because he still was like, I'm going to protect the world and ensure world peace. I'm going to like usher in this utopia of
But I
Earth.
might have to kill people.
Right, but then also you get to see how it's not such a good vision because he himself is twisted and broken. Sometimes when he does stuff, he's off. So therefore, if he's off, everything else will.
Now this storyline has been kind of done before, but I think the biggest difference is that in this one, the universe, as far as the good guys and bad guys the good guys are split. So like Batman actually is like, no, dude, this is not what we do, and he goes a separate way, and a bunch of heroes go with him.
Right.
And then a couple of heroes follow Superman, really out of fear, because it's freaking Superman.
And it's funny that a lot of them, at first, they didn't follow him, like, just out of fear. They were looking like, no, Superman, that's not what we support you. But then, like, they see Superman, like, show up in the alley, like, snap a dude's neck and then melt an old lady, and then look at them, like, when they took
they were like, Aquaman was acting an ass, and he wouldn't go with it. They went
to Atlantis,
picked it up Atlanta, and dropped it in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, the Sahara Desert of all deserts.
And it was just, and he made Aquaman bow.
Right, and then he even acknowledged, he's like, okay, Diana, now that Aquaman has given up, we'll put it back, because Green Lantern and Shazam, they weren't down with this. Might have to do something about them later.
Superman, he was like, I gotta break Batman. How do I break Batman? Oh, I know, I'll tell everybody his secret identity. No. They locked down the guard tower, they made it so that he could not get a transmission out. My man tweeted that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Well, Batman is Bruce Wayne.
I would also like to point out the fact that it kind of showed also like how a little bit psychotic Batman was, because there was a point where Damian said, there's no way he cut off life support with his own kid on the guard tower. Batman was like, yes, I did.
Too bad it's pretty much to promote a video game. It has no real bearing on the main universe, and it's a side story, but they know that it's damn good writing. So this is actually counts as year one. In the game, they said that 5 years have passed.
And that's when you get to Superman's total totality.
That's true, where you pick up in the video game. So we're going to be able to read these years. That's going to be awesome. If it stays consistent like that, this might be the best book for the next couple of years if it stays this damn good. You guys need to pick it up.
I also like the fact that it's one of the easiest reads, period.
It's actually
it's like 3 panels a page.
It's not that long. So yeah, go to your comic book store, comicbookstorelocator.com. Find all of these books, period. But Saga, Superior Spider-Man, and Injustice came up on all 3 lists. The Thor,
God of Thunder,
that came up on those 2.
And Superior Foes and Spider-Man came from.
That's right.
Because it was hilarious.
So go find these books; they're worth the read. We'll list all the stuff that we put down underneath, of course. So follow up on. There's the Comixology app. Also, Marvel, DC, Image. They have apps that you can.
Download. Of course. That you go straight to the website and you download.
So yeah, support the craft like always. This has been a hell of a year for comics. You guys need to pick these things up.
Also be sure to support your local comic book store. You don't always have to pick up an app or go on a computer to do something. My favorite shop is the Rock Stop Shop here in Beaufort, Georgia. And everybody has their own favorite place to go to.
I'm a Galactic Quest man,
Midtown Comics in New York, shout out, but I'm down there. So Rock Shop at the Mall of Georgia. You can find us up there.
But feel free to comment down below. Let us know what your favorite moments and what favorite comic books of 2013 were. If it wasn't on any of our lists, write down what your
I want to see your top 5. This one. Oh, and you know what? It's been an awesome year because of you guys. This is our first year doing it. We couldn't have gone this far without you guys, your comments, your feedback.
That he might have gone pretty far. But we do need your support. You're kind of godly, and I need prayers. I need y'all to uplift me.
You guys support the Facebook link down below.
Check out
this page. Our sisters, the anime and the
video game aficionados.
Thank you guys. It's been a hell of a year. And we'll see you next year, man.
Happy holidays.